Hello and welcome to another update video about Harmony One. Let's take a look at what I said about Harmony One on the 5th of January. One more episode of the MCO Classics, More Crypto Online Classics. Let's take a look and see if actually what we said in January, and I didn't change it after January, it remained this forecast until a couple of weeks ago. And that we're getting here, you know, it's looking corrective, this move. It is just looking corrective in my view, especially given the fact that we found resistance at the key level here and at the previous highs here and here. Also, what you can see now is that we are potentially reversing here on the daily MACD, potentially getting a bearish cross. Now, it's too early to say that, but it's losing buying pressure, it's losing momentum, and we have a bearish divergence here on the daily MACD. That's important. And yeah, of course, it's important to take a look at these indicators as well. Someone mentioned in a previous video that I rely too much on Elliott waves. I don't think so. I use the indicators often in the background. But okay, so what I also did draw here in this video was an ascending broadening wedge, a bearish pattern. I don't want to make that video too long, but I found something else in that video when I rewatched it. This is really spooky. I had shivers, I tell you that. So let's go a little bit forward. And again, I just want to communicate here. I really have passion for using these Elliott waves and using the Elliott wave method, because I believe it is the method, when applied correctly, that can tell you with the most accuracy how a price will develop. And let's just go a little bit forward and let's take a look at what I showed you at the time for Bitcoin. Bear in mind, we were in January. And contraction. And the Bitcoin price was getting that much contracted that really, I told you, a move is imminent. And on top of that, we were moving into the apex of this descending triangle, and we were very close to the key support of 45.5. I did tell you, if we break 45.5, we'll go down quite a lot, possibly all the way down to 42k and also to the previous low. And well, take a look at where we got to. We got all the way to 42.4. Yeah, so very, very close. And really haven't recovered a lot since then. I think we are going to go down area between, well, around 37, 38k. So I think here we actually came down to 33 before we then have another correction to the upside. And then, so this ended at around 48k, and that was also where the price came to. Last impulse down into that target area here. So that was obviously the target area for Bitcoin below 29k. So what is Harmony One doing today? Ooh, we did fall. And we actually fell through that target area. And I have to say, at the time, I think my forecast wasn't even bearish enough, because I did actually start the wave count here. And at the time, there was also one comment in that video who came back a few days later and said my forecast was wrong because we moved up a little bit. Wonder what he's thinking today. So hopefully, well, it was wrong because we dropped even lower, because I started the wave count here. But that is just what you typically do, because you start at the most likely scenario. The most likely was to retrace here into the region between 8.5 and 12 cents. Now we did drop even through that, so I adjusted the wave count, or basically went to the higher level one, and this starts here basically just at zero, roughly zero. It doesn't make a big difference. So which means that the lowest level the price should retrace to in a scenario where we want Harmony One to recover is here at 4.3 cents. Now, we luckily broke back into that area again, but we broke it already to the downside. One of the coins I would consider high risk at the moment, and someone commented in the Phantom video, or where was that? No, in the VeChain video, that I say high risk, but actually it's high opportunity. Yes, of course, it is also high opportunity. But if I'm looking at the moment for high opportunity, I personally, and that is only my own view, I personally would rather go then for the coins that look healthier. If I compare a Cardano and a Harmony One chart, Harmony looks less healthy. If I compare Solana with Harmony, Harmony looks less healthy. If I compare Polygon Matic with Harmony, Harmony looks less healthy. So the problem is it dropped below this last Fibonacci level, even if it's only a short period, but it was broken. Not necessarily a big problem if it can recover from here, but if it stays below this 4.3, 4.4 cent level, it is just getting tough. It's going to get tough for Harmony One. A last support I see here for Harmony One, but that would be another major drop, is really here the 2 cent level before it really drops into the area of meaninglessness. Then we're talking here really about levels below a cent. So let's hope it will hold at least the 2 cent level. If it doesn't do that, yeah, then it's too late probably anyway, because then it's too late anyway. But yeah, we've broken through that fib level here, back in the target area, which is good. We have come back into it, which is good. From the low, we have moved up now. How much? Let's take a look. We've moved up here 80% and lost already a little bit. So we're still from the absolute low, which probably nobody caught anyway. Well, someone must have caught it, but it's still 60% up. We see here a few positive signs on the chart. The chart is currently looking better than Phantom. Phantom is still not back above the 88.7% fib level. Harmony One is at least back above the 88.7, which is at least a little bit better. We see I'm on the 12-hour chart, but even on the 12-hour, you see a bullish divergence on the RSI, which is good. You start to see these divergences. Not really on the daily, maybe a very slight one. Also better than than Phantom, because Phantom makes even a lower low on the RSI. On the 8-hour, okay, no bullish divergence, but at least not a lower low. Sorry, on the 8-hour, we also see here a bullish crossover on the MACD, so things start to go into the right direction. Certainly looks a little bit better than Phantom, I have to say, but overall also here, because it dropped below it, it did hold, and if it stays like that, I'd be happy. If it drops even below that, again, I would get a bit concerned, and I just have to point out the risk here. I just have to do it. If I didn't do it and tell you that the prices definitely go up from here for Harmony One, I wouldn't be responsible, and I always try to point out the risk, yeah. And I can't tell you what to do. Personally, what I would do if I had a lot in Harmony One, I would try to de-risk and put a little bit in Bitcoin or Ethereum, maybe even if Solana or Cardano, because these charts look better, or Polygonmatic. But that's only what I would do, because I always get these questions, but I can't give you financial advice. That's eventually all your decision. And of course, you know, Harmony One, we need to remember, same with Phantom as well, they are highly volatile cryptos. So of course it can recover from here, but if it drops way below the 88.7, it is just getting higher risk, high risk. You know, a lot of coins actually drop below that last fib level, and it is, for me, is learning as well then to see which of them will actually recover. I can't tell you that. I can only tell you from my experience that I've seen a lot of coins dropping in the past below the 88.7, and they never really recovered, or they never came back to their previous glory. So this is just something I have to point out to you. On the weekly, we still see it pushing further down. So here it's not yet time for recovery. So medium term at the moment still pushes further down. And I think we really need to wait how here in the next few days and on the weekend this will carry on. What is very important in, you know, to move at least short term higher is to break here that 7 cent level. That is the last swing high. We need to make a higher high to break a downtrend. The more significant swing high will be this one here at 9.3 cents. And also here already that level, the 78.6% level, fib level, has relevance, 8.2 cents. So these are the levels to the upside that will be of relevance, where we need to get above to at least give it a little bit of a boost to the upside, yeah. So at the moment, still very early days. We've only made here a little bit of a, well, actually already quite a bit of a recovery from the low, but still overall, if you zoom out, it is really nothing yet. So we also recovered here, we recovered here, yeah. So it's too early to say what we want to see, and to say what we want to see now is a 5-wave move to the upside, a first impulsive move up. I try to say that in regularly now in videos, just to make everybody aware, because when you see a first 5-wave move up, a first impulsive move up, you can be more certain that the low is in. 5-wave moves, a clean, continuous impulsive move usually only happens when the trend is changing. So in the in the new direction of the trend. Yeah, we are obviously currently in a downtrend. When you see that 5-wave move to the upside, you can be certain that the downtrend is over. And in addition to that, what I would want to see, especially here for Harmony 1, because it dropped so much, I would want to see that corrective move down, which makes then a higher high, a higher low. So basically a 3-wave move down. And if I see that, I will of course make you aware here in the updates. So hopefully Harmony will make it. I myself am invested in Harmony 1, not a lot, but I have Harmony 1, so let's hope it will recover. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.